this work of art and me are going on our maiden voyage. So let's see how it is, shall we? Get back to you later. Bye. Okay guys, sorry about the out of breathness, but I've just done 3 miles on it. I was supposed to do a little talkie update, but I was having a blast because it is so very, very fast. Right, thoughts, gears, electric gears, confused me for the first 5 to 10 seconds, got used to them, love them. Instant change of gear, I really like them. There's no cables, apparently there's ever so little adjustment needed. There's a button on the back of that you can adjust, but I've heard that it's very rare you have to adjust them. Okay, I'm just gonna come up to this. Right, bar ends. Now I used to love my bar ends in the 2000s, 90s, and I thought, bar ends, end, that's not the end, that's the middle. I thought, usually when I'm on a mountain bike and I want to relax, I put my hand like that. So I thought, well, I'm going to take them off, but I'm using them and I absolutely love that. That's a brilliant idea. Now, I wouldn't usually buy a big to make bicycle giant Scott special, as I like the more niche-y, unknown-y brands, Surly, Salsa, even Marin. But I saw the shape of this and I just knew I've got to have that because it looked like an old school mountain bike. So I fell in love with it and it is hella fast. It's so fast. If this was a mountain bike, this would be the fastest mountain bike I've ever had, but it's labelled gravel bike. So great carbon fibre middle ends, bar middles, love them, they're keeping. Brakes, now I know it's brand new so I can't really criticise, they haven't bedded in yet, but they don't feel as sharp as my Shimano XTs, but they're still quite nice and there's no squeaking, you know, for a brand new bike. Absolutely no squeaking, so I'm very happy with that. Hate squeaky brakes. It's very light. Getting it down the stairs was a cinch. So that's just my thoughts up to now. The brakes, bar ends, the grips, they're like a spongy, tacky, grippy feel. They're grippy grips. So I was going to change them. I might still change them just because I've got some that match my pedals. But I don't know, I'll keep them for a bit. Now it feels quite a long, stretched out, aggressive position. A bit uprighty. So I was thinking of getting that again because you can get them shorter. But I'll ride it for a while, see if I need to change it. The tyres, very, very fast. Now, I haven't changed anything since I bought it from the shop. It's exactly as it is from the shop, except I put my own pedals on. Oh, maybe lowered the seat, and I've got the air pressure selected by the shop, everything. So I haven't changed anything, so it's exactly as I bought it. Let's just stop here. So I might have to adjust, I'll put them caps on. Anyway, it's not tubeless yet, and I've just been on the Trans-Pennine Trail, and I was very, very nervous because as I was going, my wheels were going round, I saw something sticking out of my tyre. So it's still up, but we will pray to the bicycle gods because I've got another 5 miles to do. But hopefully I've got an inner tube and puncture kit in there. But up to now, first impressions, my very first carbon fibre bicycle. Fast. However, I am nervous every time I hear a clink, you know, because I'm on the Trans-Pennines and I hear a clink on the frame, I think to myself, oh no, it wouldn't have chipped, would it? Tell it to my heart, tell it to my heart, say you're not the only one. Do. Oh my actual giddy aunt. So I've just done it wasn't a hill, it was an incline, but I know what it's like on the other bikes. And this, what was that? This made it an absolute pleasure. It was a breeze to get up. You know, a gravel bike is the best of both worlds between a road bike and a mountain bike. Well, now this is the best of both worlds between a gravel bike and a mountain bike. It's just, I just think it's I don't know, I think it's an absolutely perfect design. It's like old school mountain bike, gravel bike, mountain, it's just super. So, if you've watched my last riding video down here, this road, it's always windy going that way. Always windy, and because it's the plains of Africa there, the wind smashes here and slows me right down. And this is the bit of the journey I'm thinking, oh no. However, this is cutting through the wind. Look, acceleration. Look at that. Bring it on, wind. Bring it on, nature. You know, guys, they say smells have memories, and sometimes you can sit there and have a flashback of a memory. You don't know what's happened. It can be a smell or something. Well, I'm telling you guys, bicycle positions have a memory. Because I was just riding on this little path on this, and I just got a flashback to my old mountain bike I got in maybe the 90s. And it just, you know when you hear the piece of music and nostalgia, it's a nostalgic bicycle. I'm actually too early. I'm going to have to sit on this bench and wait. So, would you like to look? Yes. Look at that, picking it up with one hand. It's just ridiculous. That is insane. Insane, yeah. So, mountain bike, gravel bike, old school, carbon makes me very nervous. Scott, I am taking my woolly hat off to you because I'm not sure if that is perfection. Now, before I got this on the cycle scheme, it took ages it took a month because of the red tape, because the cycle scheme has changed hands in Yorkshire. Anyway, in that time, a month, I was like, I'm not sure. There were one carbon fibre, but look at the colour, look at the shape. Anyway, there was a couple of times I doubted it. It's like, okay, I'll have a look. But I thought, no, I'm going to stick to it. And wow, I am glad I did not falter and change my mind. Acceleration is top notch. I keep having to do these short bursts of information, but I'll forget because I'm so excited and happy. The acceleration is, you know, at a road junction, it just zooms off by. Okay guys, so I'm at my destination and that is absolutely ridiculous. Now, before I purchased this, I watched every YouTube video I could, looked at every Instagram picture I could of this bicycle, and they don't capture how amazing it is. Now I am 100% biased because I paid a lot of dosh for that. It's mine, but I absolutely love that. I'm still worried about the carbon fibre because when you love something, you want to keep it tight and close and squeeze it and love it forever. And when you know it's got a shelf life. However, I've had a carbon fibre fork, and it's lasted absolutely years and years. So maybe I can leapfrog the Scott, you know, in a few years, get another one. Anyway, look at the thin top tube. Look at the thin top tube. Now look at this. When you watch the videos of this bicycle, you don't really get to see how fat that is. That's really fat. You know, for the structural strength. That's skinny and that's really fat. Look at that. Skinny. In fact, I was shocked at how fat that was. It's just... Every time I get a new bicycle, I look at the welds. Look at that, it's like a spaceship. It's a spaceship, Buzz. Okay, I'm going to have a cup of tea, bask in the sun with my new best friend. Okay guys, I'm in the middle of the countryside. Absolutely beautiful day, and I'm just admiring the view. You can talk, Mum. Thanks, lover. So I'll have that now. Where's he gone? Okay, guys, you'll never guess what I've just found. What's that, 24 years ago? Look at this. Look at this. There's absolutely loads of amazing bicycles in there. Right, I can't see any chips or dents. That's great. However, where I took the sticker off, all the sand and dirt is stuck to that, so maybe, you know, maybe I should have left that on. Yeah, you live and learn. But no chips up to now. Okay, brilliant. Bye. Okay, you know when you see a bicycle video, guys. You know when you see a bicycle video and they're reviewing it and they're like, yeah, they don't tell you how happy, excited, ecstatic, the magic a bicycle makes you feel. They don't show you. And I'm telling you guys, look at that. Look at that. What on this lovely God green earth can give you a feeling as a new bicycle? Apart from getting married and your kids. But you know, let's stick to the bicycles. What feeling can you get from that? You know, maybe if you're in the desert and you need a glass of water, or if you haven't had food for a while and you find a cheese sandwich, you don't find one, you go to the co-op. Not the co-op, it's too dear. Anyway, my point is, you cannot express, guys, the happiness a brand new bicycle gives you. It doesn't have to be fancy pants like this. You know, they say you don't need money to make you happy. Well, I felt this happy when I went to Halfords and bought an Atomic. It was yellow and black and it was £180 and it was absolutely years ago, and I bought it with my first wages, and I haven't felt happiness like when I first bought my own mountain bike, and I'm feeling a similar happiness now. It was Atomic. It was a GT. Was it a GT? Atomic. It was black and yellow, and I'd never experienced. It had rim brakes, and I slammed the rim brakes, and I went over the handlebars. What's that tell you? Anyway, these videos are not showing you the joy a bicycle can bring. Syncross. Scott has bought Syncross. Now, I used to love Syncross, and then I found out Scott bought them, and I thought, well, that's going to be cheap stuff now. Big company buying a small company. It's going to make it cheap, you know, like Muddy Fox went. It was just, Muddy Fox used to be top-notch bicycles, and now they're just cheap and crap. But my point is, them Syncross grips, very nice. That was comfortable. You know what else I found, guys? If I wanted to build this bicycle, you know, because a lot of time, if you don't get the cycle club, you just can't. This kind of bicycle is like a dream. How are you going to afford that? So I usually buy a frame and build it. However, I researched it. If I built this, it'd be at least £500 more to build, because each part is a top-notch, great part. That's £60–70. I think the gears there, and that, 500 quid. Syncross wheels. Right, guys, bit of a chink in the armour here. See that little scratch there? I don't know if you can focus there. That, when it goes on the frame, it scratches it. So just be warned. So I'm going to raise that. Right, so I've raised it a little bit. I am so glad I got that early. So sometimes it pays to be a little bit obsessive.